Greetings, everyone. I must admit that I'm not an expert when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love. But we are concerned, very much concerned, about what is obtaining these days, where young ladies, beautiful ladies for that matter, of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I know that this is going to be contested. Let me simple want to be on the safe side that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but allow me to use the term beautiful ladies that are dating wealthy men. It is not wrong for anyone to date a wealthy person. I know people will say, because Comrade Mapena, you don't have money, you are poor, you are now jealous that we're dating a wealthy people other than yourself and your comrades who are poor. No, that's not the point. There's nothing wrong to date a wealthy person. But to date a wealthy person whose wealth is known to you, or how they generate, you know how they generated their wealth, how they make their money. Just dating a person because they drive the latest vehicle, they live in big houses, they have deep pockets, and you don't even know the source of their wealth, it's a problem. We are in a society where young ladies, unaware of the source of wealth of their partners, find themselves in some countries where they are held before the courts, charged with drug trafficking. Because you are dating this wealthy guy, you met in a mall or in a filling station or wherever you meet, this guy start pumping you, buys you expensive gifts, and it's all nice. You go on holidays, it's all nice. You don't even question where their money comes from, but you are enjoying five-star hotels, top restaurants, designer clothing. You reject those that will buy you clothing from Jet or Edgar's because those are lolly shops, and you don't know where the wealth of this person comes from. Then you are sent for holiday in Dubai, in some Far East country. Your air ticket is paid for, hotel is paid for, five-star hotel for that matter. You are given a bag, buys you one of the best luggage bags. Off you go to the airport, drops you at the airport. Unbeknown to you, you are transporting drugs. Because this love has blinded you to know this person more that you are dating, to know how they make their money. I'm not saying ask your partner how much they get paid. But there are those guys out there that you don't have to ask. You know, you see this person is rich, but you don't know how they make their money. And with you, it's cool. Off you go to a holiday in Far East Asia. You got caught at the airport. suddenly you discover that you are carrying drugs. And the authorities will not listen to you. I mean, you are carrying your bag, expensive bag for that matter. Drugs are then discovered. No one will listen to you if you say, I do not know how these drugs got into my bag. Or someone asked me to carry the bag for them. Because the drugs were found in your bag, you are the owner. You left your home. You are going on an expensive holiday. And you don't even know the source of the funds for booking you a business class and a 5-star hotel. So I've been thinking, because 2 weeks back, one family, which I will not mention, contacted me. They are from Bulilima. They are in Johannesburg. So this family says to me, Comrade Mapena, we have a problem. Our sister has been arrested. It's now 2 weeks, I think. Our sister has been arrested in Dubai. Who was found in possession of drugs. And I had to contact the Consul General in Johannesburg to say we now have a problem in Dubai. One of our own from Bulilima, a young lady, has been arrested, and the Consul General in Johannesburg provided us with the details of the consulate in Dubai for them to assist. Now I ask the person who phones me, says, no, Comrade Mapena, my sister has been pushing drugs. Staying in Cape Town, will come to Sandton, push drugs. But she taught me not to say a word to anyone. She has been living a high life. But is now caught in Dubai. And we know what they do. You remember the story of a young lady in Botswana, an accountant, who was said was going to be executed. So I'm not sure whether she was finally executed or what happened. But we were told she was an accountant. She was caught some Far East Asian country for carrying drugs. Like I said, that I'm not an expert on relationships. But in a capitalist society, love has become a commodity. People fall in love to be wealthy, to make money. And I said it's not wrong to fall in love with someone who has money. I remember there was a discussion on Facebook, and my commissar was saying, why don't these young ladies fall in love with a poor old man like him? And the answer was, who want to waste time with an old broke man? So it has become a commodity. And I'm saying there's nothing wrong. Fall in love with a man who's rich. Yes? You have people who are who are running businesses and their money is clean. Or you have intellectuals, they are paid well in their companies. There's nothing wrong. They buy you expensive gifts. There's nothing wrong. But if you do not know the source of your partner's, the source of your partner's wealth, that's where the problem begins. Because you might be dating a drug dealer and you are not aware that this person is a drug dealer. So my young sister, we are beautiful, good, and you wear expensive wig, jewelry, but when you are caught with the drugs, all that becomes meaningless. As I conclude, I'm looking in front of me of a paper. It's a research on Marxist love thought and its contemporary value, done by students at a Beijing university. I will not go through the entire article because it's also important. The comrades always ask, what is communist love? It's also important to, from a communist perspective, to talk about love. It's important that communists must be involved in relationships. In fact, we must reproduce ourselves as revolutionaries. And we always talk of communist love. And we are taught in our African culture, which is correct, that a man must be responsible, takes responsibility. That's what we are taught. I have a responsibility to my partner. She also has a responsibility to me. It's mutual. It's not one way, it's a mutual. But I'm the one that must initiate. That's what we're taught in the African context, in our culture. That it is me, a man, that chases after a woman. I pursue a woman until she agrees to my proposal. And I should set the pace. Once my woman is now convinced that indeed Mapena is serious, then the feeling is mutual. That's what we are taught. And we don't say anything wrong as communists with that. But when it becomes a commodity, when it's no longer about happiness, when it's no longer about satisfying the sexual needs of your body, when it's all about money, it might be fair and fine. But some young women have fallen in this trap of dating drug dealers unaware. Because a person will say, I'm a businessman. And you don't even care to ask, what business are you running? Because if you're a business person, whether you own a fleet of taxis, whether you have shares in MTN, you should be clear that no, my lover is a director in MTN or has shares MTN or runs some chain of butcheries or franchise of Nando's, whatever. The source of income is known. But when someone just wakes up in the morning, they go to some funny offices, and when you look into the office, you see that this man here can't be making the money that they have. Something is wrong. So students in a Chinese university in Beijing did a research on Marxist love thought and its contemporary value. I just want to read here just two paragraphs, just very short. It says Marxist thought of love. And I quote, in the view of Marx, love is a pair of men and a women, certain social foundation, and the common ideal of life based on the formation of mutual admiration and desire for the other to become and strong and pure. the feelings of his life partner in their hearts. Sex, ideal, and responsibility are the three basic elements of love. Here, Marx and Engels, from the instinct of human nature, social nature, physical and mental development, and in combination with the concept of marriage and the family values, are introduced in view of love to provide scientific theoretical basis for the research on contemporary college students' view of love. So, what is the correct view of love? The author thinks that the correct view of love must be able to correctly reflect the basic requirements of love. According to the above theory of Marx's concept of love, can be described, summed up. The correct view of love should be showed the following characteristics. I will not go to close quote, I will not go to these characteristics. But of course, I was reading also another scholar, a Marxist scholar, who was sharing his views on love, who was saying love is a myth. We'll discuss some other time. Because what was saying is a myth in the context that love is now a commodity. Then it comes to the conclusion that it is a myth, because if the person does not have a motor vehicle, they don't have a bank account with lots of money in their bank account, it does not shower you with expensive gifts, you do not fall in love with this person. And this comrade then concludes, this scholar, and says love is a myth. It's a debate that we will have some other time. But the purpose of this video is I'm concluding. To young ladies, in the main, you are correct to fall in love with a wealthy person. I want to underline this. You are very correct. But you must know the source of their income, so that you are not used as a person in the name of love that then push drugs. You get arrested in Dubai or elsewhere and you get executed. That's not love. Fall in love with a rich guy. Good. Know their source of income. Draw a line. It's very important. That is, if this is what you want, if you want to get in love, not for happiness, not for any other thing, but to make money, you must know the source of their income. Many young people, young ladies, from poor communities fall in this trap, end up serving long sentences in jail or being sentenced to death. In the majority, they will not be aware that in their luggage, there are drugs. Please share your views. You might have a relative who has gone through this. Please share your own views. Write in the comment section. Please like this video, circulate. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Otherwise, thank you so much. Goodbye.